How to Annotate, written by cdrayton. It's your second day of English 235 and Professor Macbeth hands you an excerpt of J.L. Austin's performative utterances and tell you to annotate. What does he mean by annotate? Does he want me to summarize it? This is so confusing. Let me help you. First, you need to ask yourself, what does it mean to annotate? How do I annotate? And why do I have to annotate? To annotate means to add comments or notes explaining or summarizing your text. Underline key concepts. A phrase you have a question about or unfamiliar words. Like we don't have enough to do. Why do we have to annotate? It helps you remember key details, the author's purpose, and themes in the text. Before you begin, we will need a highlighter, pencil or pen, post-its, and a copy of performative utterance. Develop a key to help you annotate. For example, circle the names of characters or people named in the text. Box the thesis or the main idea. Underline key details and use your highlighter to highlight unfamiliar words. Annotate with a purpose. Reasons to annotate. Obtain a better understanding of the text. Track changes or progression. Identify areas of interest or conclusions. With that in mind, pull up a chair, take out your text, find a nice quiet spot to begin annotating. Or just download a copy of the text onto your computer. Now it's time to begin annotating in a more effective way. Hold on! Wait a minute! I forgot something! Before we proceed, as you read, keep in mind the following: main ideas or the thesis, the characters, people names, vocabulary, important ideas, or events. One last thing, don't be afraid to use your margin. If a phrase is confusing, write it in the margin. You can use a bracket to highlight a paragraph and write a mini summary on the side. Your reaction to the text and any questions you may have for your professor. Use that margin. With your materials at hand, let's begin to annotate. Use the post-its if you do not want to write on your text. Remember, circle names or characters that appear in the text. Another thing that might be helpful is to underline key details that support the author's claim. Use a bracket when you want to highlight the information of an entire paragraph. It makes it easier. Don't forget, use your margins to write comments, reactions, and summarize, if you need to, what you just read. I can see how excited you are. You're finally starting to understand. Annotate with a purpose. A quick recap. Look for key concepts, main ideas, supporting details, and new vocabulary when annotating. It looks like you guys have a better understanding. Annotating isn't that bad. Underline, circle, highlight, or box the text. And remember, use your margin. Annotate with confidence. Thanks for watching.
Created using Powtoon.